Sorry, that still gets me every time. But yeah, welcome. And if you're just hopping on, please shout out in the chat a win from the month of June. We are now in July. It is July 5th. I've been thinking it's the 6th all day, but it's really the 5th. So we're 5 days into July, but I want you to shout out a win from June. It is really important that every month you look back and you reflect on the month before and think about what you did well, what you need to, and I say this all the time, what you need to keep doing, what's working well, what are you doing well, what are you doing a really good job of, what do you need to start doing more of, what are you not doing, what can you start doing more of, or where can you focus more attention, where do you know is a spot that you can put more effort into, and what do you need to stop doing? What are the things that are distracting you? What are the things that you need to keep your attention off of? So in saying that, quick, before our special guest, who I'm so excited and so honored is here, I want to go into, I started with the first week when we were doing this with Eat That Frog, and then I did not do it last week with our leadership takeaways, but I want to go into chapter 2 of Eat That Frog, because I think that time management is huge. In this business, we are a volunteer army of people. We have to show up for ourselves. We have to make it a priority, sometimes around jobs, around family, around vacation, around summer, around all the things. So I run my Monday morning power hours with this book in mind all the time, but I need the reminders all the time about this. So chapter 2 in Eat That Frog, if you don't have this book, it is 3rd grade level, y'all. Everybody can read it, promise. Very easy reading, super quick, but every time I read it, I get something else new out of it. So chapter 2 is plan every day in advance. And every Monday morning, including this Monday morning, I plan my week in advance. I carve out the different times. I look at my planner, I look at my phone, which I keep everything, and then I write it down in my planner. When am I going to fit in my times? We're up here in the Poconos, my parents, kids, you're going to see people running around because I'm out in the porch on the Poconos, but this is a priority to me. This is something that is very important to me, and putting in a small amount of time consistently, it's the compound effect, y'all. It's 100% the compound effect. A small amount of time over a long amount of time is going to work in your favor. And it's not just since I started Savvy for anybody, this has been going on for like 7 years. It's not putting in the same consistent effort all the time, every day, a small amount of effort. But I think that this book is a game changer, because I do feel very passionate about the fact that you need to plan out your day. You need to plan out. So it says planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. So I'm not going to read the whole chapter, but I have a little highlighted things that I want to talk about. So increase your return on energy. The good news is that every minute spent in planning saves you as many as 10 minutes in execution. It only takes about 10 to 12 minutes for you to plan out your entire day, but this small investment of time will save you up to 2 hours, 100 to 120 minutes in wasted time and diffused effort throughout the day. So that's a big deal, you guys. That's a big deal. Like, your time is, to me, time is more valuable than money. Time is the most valuable. I get that from Oprah. If you've ever listened to Super Soul Sunday, Oprah talks about that. Time is the most valuable thing. Time is the biggest commodity that we have. So you may have heard of the 6P formula. It says proper prior planning prevents poor performance. And again, I think it's so true. If you can spend that 10 minutes in the morning, and I spend a full hour on Monday to plan out my week, but then it turns into like 10 minutes. If you have that list of who you're going to reach out to, then you can be in the Sam's Club line, or the parking lot of Carpool, or you can be somewhere, and even if you don't have the list in front of you, if you've written it down and you've planned out your day, then you know what you need to do and who. It's top of mind. It's top of mind awareness. You know what you need to be doing. So always, this is what else I love, always work from a list. When something new comes up, add it to your list before you do it, which who does not love? Drop a 1 in the chat if you love checking off something on your list. I mean, that literally, I do that all the time. I'm like, go get stamps, even though I just got stamps. Like, I can cross it out. I love the idea of like, do anything, make a list, cross it out. So you can increase your productivity and output by 25% or more. Again, about 2 hours a day from the first day that you begin working consistently from a list. So lists, if you come to my house, there's going to be pizza in the freezer, always champagne in the fridge, and there's going to be lists all over the place, post-it notes and all sorts of lists all over the place, reminders. But and that's what I do every Monday morning is make your list, put your calendar, like carve it out, because I swear when you write it in, and I need to find facts on that too. It's not in this book, but when it might be later, but when you write something down, it's ingrained in your brain even more. So you're more accountable to getting that done. And I love this part is the best. If you don't have a pen and paper right now to write down what kind of lists, get a pen, get a paper so that you can write this down or look at the recording, but you need different lists for different purposes. First, you create a master list in which you write down everything you can think of that you want to do sometime in the future. That's the place where you capture every idea and every new task or responsibility that comes up. And then you can sort it out later. Second, have a monthly list. And I talk about this too when goal setting. I'm always talking about if you're goal setting, work backwards. What are your month goals? Then what do you do for week? What do you do for the day? How do you break those down backwards? So second, you should have a monthly list that you make at the end of the month for the month ahead. This may contain items transferred from your master list. So third, a weekly list where you plan your entire week in advance. This list is under construction as you go through the current week. And then the final one is your daily list. And again, that gets transferred. Like I don't know anybody that like my list is forever going. I'm never finishing my list. If I finish my list, I'm like, hey, it hasn't happened yet. So, and like, I don't even, since I started making lists, I always have something that has to keep going to the next list, or to the next day. But it feels really good. And it does feel like you're accomplishing. And when you are accomplishing those little tasks, it's like writing down. Ooh, Laura said bullet journaling. Yes, same thing. Avery loves bullet journaling. But it does something for your psyche too. And that's one of the reasons that we have our Slay Summer chat. And if you're not participating in the chat, you should be, just to shout out your wins. Because to shout out the things that you've accomplished, when you accomplish those, it sends a trigger to your brain that you can do the next thing. So when you get to check something off your list, you've accomplished something. It's the same, I don't remember what the book is, but making your bed every morning. There's an entire philosophy about making your bed every morning. You have done something, now you've accomplished something. It's a mindset and how you go about your day. Okay, so as you work steadily through your list, you'll develop a sense of positive forward momentum, and that enables you to overcome procrastination. That's big, that's huge. I feel like procrastination is like a very common thing that holds people back and puts you in this little area that you cannot get out of, because procrastination can be everything. The more you're doing it, the more you can't get out of it. But massive action and lists, great way to break the procrastination. And then one of the most important rules of personal effectiveness is the 10-90. This rule says that the first 10% of time that you spend planning and organizing your work before you begin will save you as much as 90% of the time getting the job done once you get started. That's a lot. It's a lot of time. So before I get Niki on here to train us tonight, I want you guys to think about that. Think about implementing lists if you're not making it. Where can you hone in more on making these lists, planning your week, planning your day? I love making my list of people that I'm going to talk to each day, because I'm going to make sure that I talk to them, and anyone else is like a bonus, right? So if I have that list of who I'm going to talk to, which to me it's changed recently, was my 10-10-10, but it's now Josh Higginbotham gave me the one. I'm focusing on the one now. And my one this month is 100 people into the ATM. Last month it was being the top 20 of the customer pool. And it was whatever it takes. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to figure it out. This month, it's 100 people to the ATM. It might be pulling small nighters at some point to try to be doing reach outs. I'm not sure, but I'm going to do that one. But lists are super effective in every aspect of what we're doing and planning ahead. And to do that 100 for me, I'm going to have lists every single day when I start my day, so that little pockets of time. I was watching tennis today and I could do reach outs or anything like that. So, okay, I am not going to keep going on for much longer because I want to introduce our special guest who I'm so honored to have on here. So you guys, I met Niki first. You guys, if you don't know Niki, you're missing out, and you're about to like, the energy is about to be brought into this Zoom. Like, you're going to come back just like elevated in every level. So get ready. It's 9 o'clock. You might take some melatonin because you're going to come out fired up. But I met Niki, and honestly, like, I had no idea who Niki was. And I came upon her in Cancun, and she and Lisa were doing a TikTok, right? And I was like, look at them dance. I want to dance like they're dancing. And they were in the middle of the hotel doing this TikTok, and I stumbled upon them, and I'm like, can I join you guys? Can I like, and then I realized that they're not messing around with their TikToking. Those girls were like TikToking. And so I was like the camera person for maybe like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And I was like, okay, you guys have done like 15, 20, 30 takes. Like, are we going to be done with this? Like, I thought I was just going to like literally walk up, say, hey, get in a ticket. We were going to learn to dance real fast. And they were no joke. But from that moment, I felt Niki's energy. I felt who she was. I felt her like vibe. She was so awesome. And I'll never forget, she was like, I'm from Georgia too. I was like, awesome. I'm coming up to do an event with you, which we still haven't done, but will be happening. And she was just so grateful and so gracious. And I loved her energy from then on. So we became social media friends after Cancun, hanging out, like hung out a little bit there, and then came back. And then I got to know her more in St. George. And then she got up and she shared her heart with everyone, and she shared her vulnerability, and she shared about how incredibly strong she is coming into Savvy, and how just where she's been in the world and the prejudice that she's come upon, and how hard things that I'm sure 99% of people have never even thought about. And it's not something that you're thinking about, but it was just like her vulnerability to get up and jump up there and share about how she trusted somehow in this brand too. Like, it was amazing. And all of us were all of us had chills, or were tearing up, or like, and what I love the most is that I think that Niki is very similar. Like, I'm an extrovert. Niki, you seem to be an extrovert, but like talking in front of people, not fun. Like, not something. And you were like she's like, I don't want to talk in front of people, but I feel like my voice needs to be heard in this matter. And I feel like I need to share. And even before she spoke about that, I wanted her to get on and kind of like share about her energy and the TikTok and all of that. So she was somebody on my list, but then I heard her talk there, and I was just like, gosh, she's amazing. So I'm so honored that we have Niki. She hit executive in May. She is killing it, out of her comfort zone in 999 different ways, but one of those people that wants to grow and be better and serve more people in life. And my favorite thing that I think it was Lisa or Amy that got up and shared is that she hit executive, you guys. She got that bonus for the second time. And you know what she did? She donated it to her church, which is amazing. Like, the servantship of who Niki is amazing. And then coming on here to serve us all tonight. So throw a 2 in the chat with how excited you are for Niki. I'm going to hand it over to Niki, and I told her just to share whatever she wants tonight. I know that she's going to bring it. I'm going to like, right? Oh, look at all the double 2s, triple 2s. We all love you, girl. I'm so glad you're here.
What's up, people? How y'all doing? First first of all, I've never seen so many like pictures. So I'm looking, I'm like, what's somebody's face at? So I ain't nobody saying my peeps to y'all, but I'm so excited. I'm just a little bit nervous. I love dancing. I do like talking when I feel comfortable, but y'all, I don't know if y'all, she's right there with me, like Courtney 9 in the building. But I just want to say real quick, I think Mariella, Barbara over there working her tail off, but she got her camera on. Mary, my homegirl, girl, you with me, vibing. I see your face. I see Haley ain't real sure about me yet, C9, so we got to get her adjusted right quick. I see you, man. What's up, girl? Okay, Jessica came, man. Okay, Danielle, smiling bit. Jackie been posted up in the sun, and she's still hanging on in there. So I just want to say thank you to all the faces. Jessica, I can see you. I had Stacy, Jill, I see some of my people. I had Tanika Mir. Hope that's okay, because we trying to learn and we trying to grow, because ain't none of us done nothing like this before. And first of all, when we even get started, can I just say that I know somebody in the Poconos, like currently, and I get to talk to her now. I'm going to go home and tell my mama I made it. My friend in the Poconos, I don't even know where that's at. But anyway, if y'all know, y'all holler at your girl and let me know, man. I am extremely honored to be here tonight. I'm ready to go. I got started by Wasp early today, so I'm a little doozy-woozy right now. One old lady, incredible hook, and the other one look like, like you need to work out or something. So if y'all just see me do this, ain't nothing wrong. Just got a little sting. But man, I don't know C9's official rank and title in Savvy, but I do know her official dance moves. So if y'all wanna lean forward and lean back a little bit. That's the move. That's the vibe. Yes, I see y'all. Yes. Thank you so much, Justin. Thank you, Chris. Y'all making me feel better already. That's her move. And that's what I love about it. I know exactly the moment that I met Courtney 9. And y'all, let me tell you why I said yes to this call tonight. Because now that I feel like I have arrived and done nothing, but I prejudged her. I did exactly what I said people like her that I thought, right, did to me. So I didn't know Courtney at all. It sounds weird. C9, I didn't know. I hope y'all okay with me calling her C9. I didn't know her at all from nobody. But some of the people that were on her team, I knew them, and I was like, if she like them, like I don't even got time to mess with her. She's from Savannah. She had these long little dangly earrings on, and they've been sharing her little picture, and I'm like, yeah. I done seen them kind of people before, we in Georgia, so let's just keep it real, right? And then all of a sudden, this lady walks up in Cancun and she's like, hey, what's up, you guys? I'm like, okay, so she see me. So she's like, what are y'all doing? Want me to hold the camera? I'm like, Courtney gonna hold the camera? Okay, wait a minute. This lady is like nothing I thought about, like whatever. The next thing you know, she's like, where are you from? I'm like, Georgia. She's like, oh yeah, she did. She's like, I'll come to Georgia and do something. I'm like, you don't even know me. Like, I'm not on your team. Like, you can't make any money from me. And she's like, I don't care. I know what his hers is. I'm like, well, bet. And then I instantly became like a fangirl and was just like all giddy inside, like, oh, Courtney not holding the video for our TikTok. And then we was like, you can't leave. You got to do it with us. And so she jumped in with us. And so I'm excited about sharing tonight. The last reason why I like sharing and getting on these calls is one, I took like 4 sticky note pages of notes when I was learning, and then I learned that you grow quickest and you grow the deepest when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations. So here it is. Let's get it done. I appreciate that. Stay fit, Kendra. Get fit, stay fit. Can I see you? What's up? Okay. So all I want to share is simply this, man. It's so crazy, y'all. I didn't think that sharing in St. George was gonna get me like the opportunity to share. I felt extremely naked and share that moment. I like to laugh, I like to dance, I like to cut up, but when it comes to sharing my truth, that's a whole different beast, right? But I have a confession to make. If y'all know anything about Usher, these are my confessions. See, now I didn't even know, but I went to St. George to prove that permission granted BU was not real. Like, that was in my mind, because I don't know about y'all, but I have been in the room with a lot of people that look like a lot of people that I have seen that represented Savvy, that had hurt me, that had betrayed me, that had lied to me, that makes life so hard and difficult for me every single day. So I was like, there's no way that they're going to really be like, permission granted, be you, Nikki, like all of you. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, in my experiences, it's always like, be you until being you makes somebody else uncomfortable. So they're like, oh, Nikki, oh, girl, we meant be you, but can you tone that down a little bit? You're offended the majority. And so I'm like, this is what, right, yeah? So I'm like, this is what I'm coming in. I'm coming, please. But the first thing I didn't, y'all, y'all, because I'm really like, I'm an extrovert, introvert. So when it comes to talking to people that look like people that have hurt me, right? In my past, I was in there like shaking like this in the corner trying to eat the Mexican. I think it was like supposed to be like Mexican, but it was like bougie Mexican. I didn't even like it, but I was eating because I didn't want to talk to nobody. So I'm just over there. I'm like, it's so good. I'm like, okay, yeah. So I lost 3 pounds in St. George. I'm just gonna put it out here. I got the last I got to Starbucks. I was going to everything. I was just eating. I was eating. I didn't know what half the stuff was, but anyway, y'all know. If you know, you know, right? But anyway, so we get there. So my first thing was simply this. Oh man, like we got on the Fashion Friday. And they were all like, Friday night, they were like, oh, Niki, are you excited to be on Fashion Friday tomorrow? And I'm like, no. Because y'all, how many got put a 3 in the chat if you watch the Fashion Friday? Put a 3 in the chat if you watch Fashion Friday. And tell me if this ain't it. Oh my gosh, everything is so amazing. Oh, it fits so perfectly. Oh, I just love the way it hits on my body. Oh, I do everything in this. And how many of y'all be like, they lie? Like, I don't know about you, but I can't even do a sit-up in this sports bra. But I don't know, one time for the big girls, right? So it's like, okay, I'm just curious. Put a 4 in the chat if you watched the whole Fashion Friday. I watched my first one like last week. Y'all might be better than me because I don't sell stuff, so y'all might be cool with it, right? But I'm just like, I am not excited to get on there. First of all, I know they're gonna have me where I ain't putting my belly out there because my belly's not ready to be put out there yet, so I don't know what I'm wearing. But anyway, so we get on there and the first group goes, and that's what they're doing. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I wear this for everything. I do all the things in it. And I'm like, nah. Anyway, I ain't gonna put that business out there like that. But we're gonna move on to my crew. So it came to be my turn, and then little bit later, I was just like, here we go. I'm gonna make Jen actually say, cut. Niki, you can't do that on this camera. Girl, you can't. And so I was Millie Rocky. I was saying all kind of stuff. I was just saying whatever, like not to be offensive, right? But just truly being myself. And you know what? Cut never came. She just kept going with it. And then I look around, and for like once in my life, everybody in the room is like, yeah. I'm like, what? So now see, now I'm amped up. So now I'm like, go. I'm just like making it do what it does or whatever. So I felt amazing. And then I got to share. And then when I got to share this, my heart, it was just like, I got to share with these people why I am the way I am. I got to take the mask off, so to speak, right? There's more to me than smile. There's more to me to dance. And the freedom and I didn't go to get healed from anything, but I left healed from everything, if that kind of makes sense to y'all. And it was the craziest thing. So I was like, I got to share, why. And I didn't know why, because Kim was like, who want to talk about me? I'm like, who? Who got something to say? I don't got nothing to say. I was looking around crazy like, hey. So I tried to take my braids out and go natural tonight, y'all. As y'all can see, the hair didn't cooperate. So permission granted BU is a thing, because y'all see, I don't know if y'all looking at me laughing because of my hair or because I said something funny. Hopefully it's the latter of the two, but better yet, here we go. So when you have permission granted to be you, this is what I love about it the most. You know what you know, and you know what you don't know. I don't know business. Like, I don't know what C9 is. She right there to me. But I know I'm not there yet. So I ain't getting on this call trying to tell y'all something that y'all already know. Like, that's why I took notes. So whenever she was like, just say whatever you got to say, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with energy. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with be comfortable being yourself. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with, like, let's just get hyped. Let's get turned up and turn savvy all the way up. Right? Like, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hearing when she's like, just do your thing, girl. So, and then I'm just like, the more I know what I don't know, the more I can offer others my strengths, right? If I know business ain't my thing, I have no problem telling people that. I don't care, right? The man told me to listen to a song. Y'all think I'm playing. The man get to live events. They told me if I get to Mexico, change my life. So I said, I'll give you one shot. If I get to Mexico, don't change my life. Somebody owe me some money. It's a lot of people in here making a lot of money. Cody and I'm going to start with you because all y'all on the stage, I'm going to go get an offering. Look, it costs too much money, too much hard effort to get to Cancun. But I love it. My life forever changed, so I ain't asking for no offering at the end, so y'all good, right? But And then I got to St. George. Then I go to this event at Tampa. Josh Hickenbotham is talking. Never heard this man before, but he actually grew up in Jessup. So I don't know how many people here from Georgia, but he actually grew up in Jessup, Georgia, like an hour from me. And he was like, turn on Champion by Kate Underwood. Listen to everyone. You got to change your mind, Niki. You got to change your mind. I was like, okay, so you telling me as simple as whatever I believe, that's like what's going to happen? If it's that simple, okay, Josh, I see you. I'm going to try it out. And I hit executive. It was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. I ain't even trying to hear this explain it. C9 just gave us all these things that I'm going to do because I love checking off a list, but I do not like making one. So anyway, I learned something today and I'm going to do that, all right? So, but my point is, if I try to go be C9 right here, like, all right, you guys, let's pick up our books and let's talk about our book review. Like I read books every day. But what I'm not going to do, get on here trying to break it down. So you're a coachable coach. Exactly. I do what people tell me to do because I ain't crazy. Because when you know what you know, when you know what you don't know, you don't got no problem doing what you've been asked to do, right? Check that ego at the door because, baby, it's time to soar. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I told you about my Fast Friday experience, so I got a few more things to you. I just want to help everybody talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. They used to say that back in the day. Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. So this is what I do. This is what I do every morning. I ain't been doing it that long. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I just started doing this, and it has changed my life like crazy. So talk to the hand. The first thing is this, okay? You can't make things better until you stop making things worse. So that's why you gotta know what you don't know. You can't make things better until you stop making things worse. We can take that in savvy and we can take that out in life, right? Like so many scenarios. I'll give y'all one of my reach outs. Woo, that was so bad. All I do though is that Kristen Belliston creates ours. And I'm like, I am not a white lady in Utah. I gotta find a way to make these words mine. Because in the beginning, my friends were like, girl, you been hacked. I'm like, no. I'm like, that's me. Okay. So, okay, let's get this better. Let me send this to somebody. Let me go through this uncomfortable moment and let somebody see my vulnerability of my crappy reach outs and all these things and get better. So, all right, anything though. You can't make things better until you stop making them worse. The second thing is this. Truth takes one sentence. Simple and direct. Somebody asks you a question, give them an answer. Some of the people don't want to join us or whatever. I don't want to hear what you got to say because they'll be like, okay, girl, you want to check out what I'm doing? They're like, sure. You go, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Ken, he's the man. They're like, oh my gosh, she's up there. I'll put on this word. My girl, it fits everything, right? It's like, no, they said sure. They ask a question, answer. Question, answer, question, answer. I started doing that this just July 1st, and I've had more responses. I've had more yeses than I've had no's, and it feels freaking amazing. The third thing is this: be open to advice that goes against what you actually want to be told. Like, okay, girl, I can't make $1 million reaching out to 5 people a day. Like, I can't do it at 5. Like, no, girl, you can't do it at 5. I don't know how many it takes. But according to C9 said she get 100 people in her ATM. I thought I was doing something about 3. So I'm stepping my game up. I ain't going for 100, but I'm gonna try to sway for 25. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. I like that. I like that right there. Or, we're a little pleasantly I'm a little chunky girl, and I want to get my abs right, so I can't be on a Fast Friday show my abs, but I can't keep eating ice cream if I'm gonna do that, right? So I'm open to advice that goes against what I actually want to be told. Number 4, fourth finger, people who don't pursue their dreams probably won't encourage you to pursue yours either. So just keep that in mind when you out here doing the thing, because so many of my friends, like when I joined Savvy, I was like, okay, there's not a lot of brown people. I'm a brown person. I can go recruit a lot of brown people. And guess what happened? Big Red. They said, no, girl. They said, no, thank you. I'm good. I was like, okay, like, girl, don't you want to go be great? Do it together. You're not tired of putting up your raggedy leggings with your logo on them and trying to make people buy $50. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, so I had to like bypass them. I almost quit Savvy because like the people I thought would say yes said no. And now they're starting to come back around, but that's for another day. Let's know this. Number 4, if people who aren't pursuing their dreams are not going to encourage you to pursue your dreams, that's why I say yes to Savvy. I have no idea why I say yes to Savvy other than this. When Lisa, this random stranger, sent me a Facebook friend request, and I gave her the most ghetto response I ever gave anybody in my whole life, and she still responded nicely and proved to me that she actually had looked at my profile and whatnot. is that when we were talking about Savvy, she talked about training. And I was like, okay, I have enough sense to know if I want to get something I never have, I have to do something that I've never done. And I've got to put myself around people who are already in that headspace, right? So I'm gonna join for the training. I ain't gonna make no money. It's fine though, because she said it's thousands of dollars worth of training. So if it's thousands of dollars worth of training, then okay, I felt like God was like, I dare you to join this company. I was like, okay, bet. I see your dare, and I'm raising you with a style boss, or as what we know now, a style club, whatever. Okay? But the last thing, so we can talk to the hint, is this. Remember your why. All that to say this, remember why you said yes. You may be like me, like, I don't even much know why I said yes, but you know how you felt, right? We might have been nervous, but we were excited. Something made us say yes, so don't let someone talk you out of your yes into a no, I quit. Because I was listening to Tom Challenge Saturday, and he was saying how when we quit on anything, but we can talk about like network marketing, whatever, when you quit on it, you're not quitting on the company or the thing, you're quitting on yourself, that thing that you couldn't do. Remember, what it's important to know what you know and what you don't know. You end up quitting on that. So if you quit on that, then it's like you're gonna keep quitting on yourself over and over and over again. And one of the best stories Kim Porter told us in St. George was about finishing what you start. And that was so good to me. I don't care, y'all, I really don't. Like, Savvy is crazy. Like, I said yes because I want to make money from my church, but if I don't make $1, I don't care. I ain't quitting. I want to say I ain't no punk, but you know, it's just a non-negotiable. So whenever you're going through whatever you're going through, just talk to the hand. Okay, you can't make things better until you stop making them worse. Truth takes one sentence, simple and direct. Question, answer. Be open to advice that goes against what you actually want to be told. People that ain't going for their dreams aren't going to help you encourage yours. And remember why you said yes. I can tell y'all this. I don't know half of the people's ranks that left St. George, but I do know their names. And I do know that they are my friends. I do know they support me. And I do know 155%. That don't even make no sense mathematically, but nobody cares, right? Who's even counting? That you are allowed to be you, like real talk. You're safe and savvy. I will say this forever, and I'm gonna say this. I was like, so I was talking to Jen, and we were talking, and I said, I need to know if you like me. I just asked her, Jamie. I said, I need to know if you like me, and she was like, girl, I love you. I said, I know you gotta love me. You got no choice. We gotta love people. I need to know if you like me, because if you don't like me, I'm out, right? I know I've asked all these other people that, and she was like, so then it ended up being a beautiful conversation. But I just learned the more I'm uncomfortable, shoot, why do I gotta be the only uncomfortable person in the room? Everybody finna get uncomfortable. So I just start asking questions and going for it. So anyway, y'all, I'm just so glad I got to sit here and talk to y'all tonight. Hopefully the Billy Drill didn't make me sound too woozy crazy. And McCurdy Q's, they don't went Don King. I don't even much know. And oh, I need to not look over there because I don't even know what's going on. I've never looked at that chat before, and I'm really confused right now. So, Sienna, thank you so much for letting me come on and chat with you, y'all. It's been an absolute honor and a pleasure. I love each and every one of y'all so much, and if I can leave y'all with anything, it is simply this: you are permission granted. Be you. You are loved here at Savvy. You are safe here at Savvy, and I dare you to be you here at Savvy.
Oh my gosh. I mean, mic drop. That's why I talk before you, not after you. Like, never learned my lesson. Totally never going after you again. Ever. Niki, that was amazing. And I am so thankful and so grateful that you are here and willing. And I love, like, some of the best things that you said are like, I don't know what rank anyone was, but I know their name. Like, that to me is everything that I feel like we really need and like owe the company. We owe ourselves, we owe the company to like that ripple effect is huge, and it needs to be done. And it needs to be like that co-creation that, like, it's not about rank, it's about who everyone is. And I think that I'm so like, I was dying laughing as you were like, I was going to prove everything wrong so many times. Like, cause I can totally, like, Niki's like a basketball coach. She's all competitive. I mean, she is like, should have seen him with his first TikTok. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all, my arm is sore. Can I not hold the camera any longer? And this is like, how many takes do you take? It doesn't have to be that perfect. Just go ahead. And she's like, no, it's that perfect. I mean, it is going to be. So I can see that determination that you came in with. Like, I can literally, like, in your brain, I'm like, oh, I can see her being like, I'm winning. You're going down. Like, I got you. That's awesome. And I am gonna, y'all, if you have any questions, we have Niki here for a couple more minutes. If you have any questions on anything, she hasn't agreed, but I'm throwing her into that space because she just said that. So if you have any questions at all, put them in the chat or unmute. Honestly, like, to have this kind of honesty and to have somebody that's coming in and pouring in, and I mean, y'all can tell the energy. Niki, we are so getting that event in Georgia. You're going to teach me a dance. We're going to dance, like, to kick it off, right? Talk about uncomfortable.
Absolutely. I'm here for it. Let's make it do what it does, C9.
Yeah. So I know Jessup. I know I've been to Jessup a few times, so I just need to go a little bit further. No, but Allison's in too. Yeah, we'll come. We'll bring it. We'll go do it. But yeah, y'all, if you have any questions, Red's in too. Nice. You got a whole crew coming. Let's do it. No, but if you have any questions, unmute or put them in the chat. Can you repeat number 2? Cheryl says.
For sure. Talk to me because I talk back. That's my tagline, y'all. But yeah, truth takes 1 sentence. Simple and direct. Answer, question.
That's a powerful thing too. That's so true, because I feel like people try to vomit all. I mean, you want to say more. People are asking for one thing. Are you waving?
Yeah, Haley is in McCray. What's up, man? I was just in Ryan last night.
Oh, I love Haley. Go visit. Y'all need to get together. Get some coffee, play some basketball, dude. Bring all your kids. I'm just kidding.
Get some coffee. There's no Starbucks around here, C9. We're not in the Poconos.
The Poconos is not, there's no Starbucks up here either. You gotta, I drink instant coffee. I don't drink Starbucks. I give Starbucks away. I just eat pizza. That's my thing. Yeah, no, Haley, you're from McCray. Yeah. Haley's down by me. You need to come to Savannah too. But I do think that's a really powerful thing, because I think that people answer quite like we say things that people aren't actually asking. And if somebody asks a question, they really, truly just want to know the answer to that question. They don't actually want to know like all the other things that you want to add in. We just add that in. So I think that's amazing, Niki. That's huge, powerful advice.
Yeah, somebody wrote something over here about like, is it intimidating to be yourself sometimes? Heck yeah! You never know, but you know what? I'm 40 now, so I'm 40 now, you guys, and so I've been who everybody else wanted me to be for like 38 and a half years of my life. So it's like they still mad, they still don't like you, they still uncomfortable, they still disrespectful. So if you're gonna do all those things, you're gonna do that with me being me, because I'm not going to be constipated, worried about what other people think about me.
Oh my gosh, you're the best.
Hey, Niki, what do you do to fill your cup to get your energy to this level? Like, you can't possibly, is this just you? I mean, I met you in Cancun, but you feel like my whole house comes running to see who's talking because the energy is so palpable. So what is it? Is it Jesus? Tell us.
Oh yeah, girl, I'm Beyonce. I woke up like this. No. I mean, for the most part, once I get a good workout, like this is me, but it's definitely God. It's a God thing, right? And then it's the crazy thing is that the more I try something and the more it works, the more I want to do it again. So it ain't always a feeling. It's just like I don't know. It's like the more focus you get on doing what you're doing, and it starts working, and then you get to meet people, and then people send me messages and they compliment me, and I don't know what to do with that. And I just and they're all like, "Niki, you're all this." I'm like, I feel like I just called out all the white people in the room, and y'all are like, "Oh my God, they love me so much." And I'm like, I didn't know how to do all these compliments, but definitely what fills my cup is being myself. I love being me. I love God with all my heart, and I love helping people, and I want everybody to feel like I feel. Like, I want everybody to get what I got from here. I want everybody to know that it's possible. I want, like, I don't know, like, my people ask me something, they're like, who are you trying to recruit? Like, who the people you want on your team? I'm like, anybody whoever say yes, and I like them. But my thing is this, I'm like, I want the nobodies. I want the nobodies because I want nobodies to know they're somebodies, because I used to be a nobody. And they're like, no, you want powerful people. I'm like, no, I know who I want. You ask me, right? But anyway, yeah, God fills my cup for sure. C9, we talked like 30 minutes the other night, like stuff like that. And then just seeing stuff happen, like people like faith, man. It's like so crazy. No, it's so crazy. If you think it, like this stuff, it really does. It's just that simple. It's so simple. It's so simple to me now. It's not easy, right? But it's simple. And I read all the time now, like all the time. And I go to live events and I watch something of Tom Challenge every day. I do my devotion every day, and then I watch another podcast I listen to. Like, I'm like locked in every day.
So I'm going to ask you now, because you talked a little bit about the live events, and you mentioned it twice now. And I know we have Austin coming up, and there's other events like, and you did, like, you made it happen, and it was not easy to make. You know, you were like, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to sacrifice, and I'm going to figure this out. Like, give us a little bit of a insight on what that meant, and like, you know, not as much like the sacrificing, but like, what did it do to fill your bucket, or how did you, because I feel like you kind of you said, yes, it totally was worth it. Or, you know, I came in with this, I want to prove everybody wrong. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that aren't maybe sure if they're going to go to Austin, or is it worth it? It's an investment. Like, you're investing, and it's not a cheap investment. You're investing in yourself, in your business. It's not, you know, how worth it is it? And I love that you said that you're reading too, and that investment in yourself, maybe just like how that's kind of changed you and your growth, like making sure that you're showing up for you.
Yeah. So I used to be like 3 or 4 books at a time, and now I read one at a time, because I'm learning to finish what you start. Because I wouldn't finish a lot of books, and now my thoughts are more clear, because I used to have a lot of thoughts and they would go ping, ping, ping all over the place. It's because I was reading all these dang books at one time. So it's like getting this book, because I am totally obsessed in a book when I'm reading it. But I'll just share y'all with Mexico. Like this, they were like, get to Mexico to change your life. And for me, it was so hard because I ended up missing my flight because a student ended up getting COVID. So then I'm like having to go get tested for that. And then I had a passport issue. And then it's all crazy. And I'm like, I'm talking to my mom on the phone. I'm like, I'm doing this last thing. And if it don't work out, I quit. And she's like, don't give up yet. So I get there, and this total random stranger is like, I can help you. Helps me. I go from Atlanta to Arkansas, never been. I'm driving all over Arkansas. I don't even do that kind of stuff. From Arkansas, I end up in Texas, and I'm in Dallas. Don't even drive. It was crazy. And what it was, probably the reason why I was the way I was in Mexico is because it took so much to get there, but it proved to me that if you stop stopping, Nikki, anything is possible. That's what I was already changed before I got there. And then I was just open and free, and just, I was talking to everybody. Like, I didn't care. And that's not me. Like, I don't like the most shop. I'm like, I got 3 days. Because it just proved to me, if you don't stop, I didn't eat at all for like 7 days. I went on like a crazy fast. Because I'm like, I know I needed to be in a place spiritually. Like, it's cool if y'all, I vibe heavy with God. If y'all don't, it's cool. But like, I knew I had to be in a place spiritually that was going to be stronger than, like, you know, anything that I was going to come up against. And I came up against some crazy stuff. So getting a life will change your life, because you meet people, and you like right now, all of y'all in these Zoom boxes. But when I can hug you and I can talk to you, because we can be whoever we want to be right now, right? Like, anybody can be anybody for an hour. But I need to see you 3-4 days in. I need to see C9 wake up, and, you know, when she come down the stairs with her hat on, she's still the same person she is right here in this call, you know, like she ain't all like, you know, faking or nothing like that. And I want to see people when they're around other people, like, how do you treat everybody, not just the certain somebody's. Like, I want to see all that. And you just get to see that. You get to see that these people are real. People at the top of this company, when they're talking, they're not talking about money. They're talking about lives changed and passion, and we got your back. And they start like proving it. Like that. I just, you really can't explain it. You just got to get there. If you ain't got a ticket for Austin yet, like, what are you sleeping on? I'm telling you, the people that go, lives are going to be changed forever. Had I not gone to Mexico, had I not gone to Tampa, I would not have made it to St. George. And I made it to St. George because my life would change. Not only was my life changed, but the people that are on my team, their life would change. My friends and family, their lives would change. I have people now messaging me. They don't really care about Savvy, but they want to, what are you doing? And I'm like, this is what Savvy answers everything. Oh, girl, you scared, Savvy. Oh, girl, you depressed, Savvy. Oh, girl, you need to lose some weight, Savvy. Like, Savvy answers all things for me. So I needed to know that these people that really were at the top of the company were like legit, not just talking, but like walking it, like Migos, walking like you talking, right? And so now it's just like all systems are gone. I don't care what. I really don't care anymore now. If they real or not. I am, and I know what Savvy's done for me, and that's all I'm worried about. I'm going to share the Savvy I know with everybody. But the cool part about it is that's everybody. Everybody you meet is crazy. It's cool. Get to Austin. Every time Savvy has something, you can get there. It's worth it. I've made all my money back from every investment I've spent in Savvy on these trips. It's priceless.
All right, girl. I love that so much. And that brings me to one other bit that I'm going to have you quick talk on. I'm overstepping everybody that's got questions, but how about the people that haven't seen the success yet, that are showing up, they are doing all the things and they're not feeling it yet. They're not like, they're putting in the action, but they don't, because your energy, everything that you have is amazing. But what words would you have for people that are doing the do, but haven't yet had it pay off in terms of, and like you and I were saying, like, I feel like rank isn't something that is felt, but at the same time, they're setting goals and they're not hitting the goals that they want to be hitting. And, what I feel like, how do you keep that energy? How do you keep that excitement?
Yeah, that's a great question. If you're doing the things and you're not hitting them, then your focus is external and not internal. So like if you're focused on yourself, you're gonna get uncomfortable. Some of y'all are probably doing all the things, but those things are not challenging you, right? Some people can reach out to 50 people a day. That don't mean nothing. Some people get up on their power hour and do that every day, but that's not like a challenge you. You gotta put yourself in a place of discomfort. Lisa signed me up, and like for the first 4 or 5 months, I'm like, tell me what to do. And I knew the goal she set for me was going to be twice as hard as I set for myself. I'm a coach, right? When I train other people, I make them uncomfortable, but I keep the workout within my, powerhouse, right? So I have to go get me a coach to help me. And so this last month, I went outside of our group and asked somebody, I said, challenge me. You don't know me. You don't know what my numbers look like. You don't know anything about me. You just know me. Give me a goal. And the goal was crazy. And I'm like, okay, let it off, right? But it made me uncomfortable, and I've grown more this month than I ever have. So to me, it's like, be uncomfortable, but at the same time, like, don't quit, because you never know when it's gonna hit. It's like fishing. You may have to go fish for months, or you may have to be out there for hours, and somebody catches a fish. Don't look left or right. I look left and right for suggestions, but I don't look left and right to compare. And I'll tell you this. I'll listen to C9. I took all these notes, but I'm going to try it. But if it don't feel good, it ain't meant for me. It's meant for C9. It's meant for all these other people. I do what feels good to me. I listen to everybody. I take everything in, and then I do what feels right for me. I can tell you this. I had somebody tell me, your team is moving too slow. You need to dump them and you need to go. You just need to go. And I'm like, no, that's crazy. We don't know what we're doing. I'm going to love my people. Like, I'm loving on them like crazy. And then only to be told 2 months later, somebody they told the same thing. She ran, and now she don't have no team. Right? Like, I am not like the biggest or whatever. I'm not doing nothing crazy. Like, you ain't going to see my name like, oh, Niki, like, doing all this. I'm steady climbing. I can care less about who in the top 10 unless I'm number 11, right? Because I am competitive now, but I'm not going to compare myself to nobody, because all I know, I'm better than yesterday. My goal is to be better than yesterday. My goal is to be a better Niki. How can I make myself uncomfortable? I do something afraid every single day of my life. Y'all, can we just have a real talk moment? I called my dad out today. I'm like, I know we're having to talk to all these strangers and not be honest with my family. So now I'm taking it inside. So I am who I am. And I would just say that to anybody, y'all keep going because you're worth it. You owe you. Stop stopping. The only way you don't win is if you quit. Nobody can defeat a person that will not quit. Okay? I don't know how y'all go to, like, this is cool, whether you a Jesus believer or not. All my life, I never realized when they were talking about David and Goliath, right, that David, when he went to go fight the big old giant, so your giant could be people, it could be reach outs, it could be just being all businessy or whatever, you want to feel. But when that little joker, he ran into that, like, so now that's why everyone, I'm like, I just go for it. Okay, what am I struggling at? I'm going for it. Okay, I don't know how to get on live and talk about the clothes. So now y'all see me doing that more because now live is comfortable for me, but not talking about the clothes on live. And so now my friend's like, oh my gosh, girl, I can't do all that. I'm like, girl, I ain't do all that either. I am not the woman I was when I joined Savvy. And I still don't know why I said yes to Lisa Lou. I don't have no, this lady was a stranger, right? So there was something there. So I am on a quest to figure out why I said yes. And I want y'all to know there's nothing wrong with you if you don't know why you said yes. Just figure it out. Your why is figuring out why you said why you said yes. Your why is figuring out why. Boom. Don't overcomplicate this, people. So that'll be it for me. Like, but know that you're worth it. You don't quit. Do not quit. Because if I would have quit 2 months in, when my friends told me this was bad, when my mom hated it, and my mom is my rock, would not even listen to me talk about Savvy for like 3 or 4 months, and then she signed up last month. But if I would have quit, I wouldn't know all of you. I wouldn't know C9. I wouldn't know the woman that I am at 40. I would still be sad and depressed, wanting to be this girl, wanting to break out and couldn't and not able to break free. So every morning, my challenge is to be better than I was yesterday. That's it. And if I get ranked, cool. If I don't, cool. That's not my motive.
I love that so much because I think that it doesn't matter. Like, it's bringing joy to your life. It's growing in life, and it's not about growing a paycheck. It's not about growing we all are going to be a little bit more fashionable thanks to Savvy.
But and when you focus on the rank, like that's all you obsess over, and I tried that for 1 month. I didn't like who I was. It was ill. It was gross. It was nasty, right? But I learned this: if I focus inwardly, then the outward expression is right promotion. So the ranks happen by default. They're not the focus, but they are the default. Like, I lost weight to get healthy, not to be skinny and look cute. But obviously, when I started changing the way I ate, right, weight loss happened. So I feel the same way with Savvy, right? If I fix on me and I become a better me and I have confidence in myself and I believe in myself and I learn how to talk to people and I learn how, to just all the things, right? I don't even know half of what I'm supposed to say here, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But if I get better at that every day, then the ranks are going to happen by default. I don't have to know what they are to hit them. Hard work does that. Work works. Get up, work, be better than yesterday, and repeat that over and over and over. And I promise y'all, in due time, at the right time, you will hit all the ranks.
Yeah, 100%. I think everything that you just said, and make sure that you put in that gratitude attitude and look for the things that the gifts. And I challenge anyone, and you guys, if you have anybody in your team that ever says, I want to quit or I want to be done, like, challenge them to really look at or this isn't working for me. What has come into people's, your life, or if you're having a down day, what's come into your life from saying yes? The people, the experiences, the books, the trainings, every single thing, and make a list and keep it going and keep it handy, because you're not going to about the paycheck. The paycheck's secondary to that, and the ranks are secondary. That is what's so important, is all the other aspects that come in through the business. So
hey, I had somebody ask a question, why did I decide to promote giving money to my church? And I did it because somebody said it was on a training. They said, if people don't see it, it doesn't happen. But can I be honest with y'all? I'm so glad somebody asked me that question, because Courtney 9 was promoting that she was giving. I did that because she did it. She was like, I'm giving money to so-and-so. I was like, bet. I'm finna give my money to my church. I am as duplicatable as heck. If I see somebody doing something and I like it and it feels good, I do it. That's why I became a huge fan of C9. I'm like, she did what now? I'm like, how? $12,000? Okay. Hey y'all, I'm gonna get somebody to my church, and I did, and I'm still gonna do it because the number I said, I was scared to say the real number I was trying to hit, right? So my faith got limited. So I'm still gathering. So thank you for asking me that question. But she don't even know. She didn't even know that. I don't think I've ever even told her that. But I did it because she did it.
No, you've never said that.
Yeah.
No. And you better say that real number. You better put that real number in the chat in writing because you're gonna do it.
That dang straight.
Yeah. You want that real number, you're going to get that real number, and then you're going to go beyond that real number because you're doing it for the right reasons and for the right purpose. And I think that that's really important. I think what you said about looking inward is super important too. We have so much. I think everybody in St. George, and I hope everybody since then that wasn't there and will be there in all these future things, have known that like it's so much bigger, and we really do have something that I believe in my heart. I literally, I don't know if I know I said this on the last one, but like I came home and had 2 pieces of mail that said change the world. Like 2 pieces of random mail, which was incredible, that said change the world from 2 people. And I 100% in my heart know that, Savvy, we're going to change the world. And it's going to take a lot of time, and it's going to take a lot of consistency, and it's going to take showing up and breaking through the hard. And just remember too that something else that I think is really important is every hardship, every time that is hard in this journey is there so that you can turn around later and you can coach somebody else through the hard. And you can say, I've been there. I have done that. I have felt that. I can really, truly relate with you because that's been me. And so when you're going through that and it feels tough and it feels difficult and it feels hard, it's hard, but life isn't supposed to be easy either. Like we're so used to this instant gratification. Let me order from Amazon and it's going to be delivered by a drone by this afternoon. Here it is, like the instant gratification of everything. But what we're doing is hard for a reason. But if we lock arms and we look around and like Niki said, we look inward and we find the joy and we make it feel good, and we don't have to do the things that don't feel good. I love what you said. Like, you don't need to do what I do. I don't need to do what you do. Oh, good night.
Oh, good night.
Real life over here. So we don't have to do all of that though. We just need to keep showing up as we are and putting that out into the world and giving other people permission to come as they are and to be accepted. And then to me, that's the best thing that we're doing. One of the things that I came away with is there was no talk about religion. There was no talk about politics. There was no talk about where you came from, what rank you are, what your past is. It was, I want to see you now for who you are. And I want to like validate all the things that I think are amazing. And it was just truly getting to know other people on a different level. And that's where I think it's so powerful what we can do.
100%.
So gosh, Niki, I took so many notes too. I've got all my notes from Niki here. And I hope that everybody else did. Like, what an honor to have you here and to have you spend an hour with us and to train. And this is going to go, I'm going to post it later. I'm going to let people wait a little bit, but then I'm going to post it to share. And I mean, it's 4th of July. There were over 50 people on here like listening, which is amazing on a holiday weekend. And we're just so honored that you could be here and could pour into the team. So thank you.
Thank you for having me. I had fun.
Oh my gosh. And y'all unmute, I'm going to stop the